2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Miami Heat as they go up against the Hornets in Charlotte. Taking a look at the Hornets, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Should be an interesting evening. Two teams that like to slow things down a bit.
Ernie, you sound like a record that's going wrong.
Yeah.
Man, need to speed you up. Put
Kenny,
that battery in your back.
what are some of the keys to running a really good half-court offense?
Why are you slowing me down, Ernie? Patience. Gotta have patience. Like you have to have the kind of patience that it takes to sit next to you and Shaq right now, while you guys are really making me feel uncomfortable with your slow motion manners.
Well, Ernie, he didn't answer the question
Oh,
right.
my goodness.
You have to value each possession because you may not get a lot of them.
That's the
Not
fastest
only
I've heard
that,
Shaq
Ernie,
speak.
offensive rebounding can change a game.
Oh.
Excellent point.
Thank
man.
you, Ernie.
That's actually you need to speak like that more often.
Let's go courtside to Kevin
Harlan.
Harlan.
I'm the only one in
Harlan.
fast motion here.
Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, it's the home of the Hornets, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule in today's matchup. And before we get underway here, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Steve Clifford.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And tonight, the matchup at the center position is certain to draw attention. Not something we say every night because the bigs don't seem to be stressed. But tonight, Chris, that is a factor.
Thank God big guys are back in the game. Kevin, you know, I got this opinion that there's a conspiracy against the big guys. I mean, hey, big guys played in this basketball. You guys remember a guy by the name of Mikan? He was pretty big. So, yeah, tonight we have a great center matchup. Can't wait to watch this.
Let's get a nice, clean game, huh?
It'll be the Heat off the tip. So here's Miami's starting group. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. The shot from the low post is good. Whiteside's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Heat.
First points of the night, and here we go.
He's showing his initiative, trying to put his imprint on the game right out the gate.
And Walker kicks to Hernan Gomez. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Oh, and Walker, excellent in the pick and roll, reading the defense and setting up his teammates.
Dragic the pass to Olynyk. They set the pick. Pass to Waiters. Dragic kicks to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. On defense, Miami. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
I absolutely love the fire they showed on the road. You really could tell they wanted that.
Shot's good by Hernan Gomez.
And you can't pass up a shot from such short range.
And here's Miami. Outside Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. There's the dish to Whiteside. 13 feet away. And that one goes long.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near it.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Outside, Walker. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, Walker is a confident player. Never bashful at going to work down inside.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The pass to Olynyk. The 3. Offensive rebound, Heat. Right side. Miami no good on that time either.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
There's Walker with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. Walker's got 5 now.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4 for 4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
Dragic gets the bucket.
I mean, anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch.
Now here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington. Came hard off that pick and finished strong.
Just amazing work from Walker. Really zipping the rock fast to the wide open man.
The Heat trail by 6. Waiters dishes to Dragic. Olynyk sets a screen for Dragic. Right side a screen. Batum against Waiters. He kicks it to Whiteside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Ooh, nice assist out of the double team. Staying cool under fire.
They set the screen. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Inside, Olynyk with the steal. Dragic against Walker. Dragic the pass to Winslow. Looking for Waiters and gets it there. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Waiters got his first points of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
In the corner, it's Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Six to shoot. To the inside. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
You can count on Olynyk to move the ball quickly when he spots an open teammate. And that feed was phenomenal.
Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget. His second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
And the free throw, no good. For Charlotte, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. And it's Kid Gilchrist.
Oh! And Kid Gilchrist never ceases to amaze with his athleticism. Simply phenomenal dropping the hammer.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Waiters. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Whiteside, a screen on Walker. Dragic gets the bucket.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Here's Batum after the made shot from Goran Dragic. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And how about the start they've gotten off to? They haven't missed once.
Well, Kaminsky, one of the rare four-year players taken in the lottery. I mean, he's had some struggles finding his offense in NBA consistency. He needs to get a little bit stronger and a little bit more consistent in the shot.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky. And with Frank Kaminsky out of Wisconsin, you knew his niche in the NBA would be as a stretch big man. Hard to be an impact player when you're struggling from outside, though.
Yeah, but Kaminsky is working on his defense. It's been a little tough for him to guard players inside. Players are still having his way with him, but he's shown that he's trying to get a lot better at protecting the rim.
A shot by Batum, no good. The Heat trail by 3, down low, stolen by Walker. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
And Batum is so skilled at finishing off these dunks. His vertical is just astounding.
The Heat have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. And Waiters kicks to Winslow. And here's Dragic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Here's Whiteside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws the shot off.
Waiters dishes to Winslow. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now running up the court, Kid Gilchrist pushing it up. Waiters against Batum. Winslow, foul on the play, basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Miami, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Olynyk. Wade, he's checked in for Waiters. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. And that one misses. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on the team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
And that one misses. One thing that I think many players and certainly many other coaches, Chris, in the NBA love about Steve Clifford is his brutal honesty. He will pull no punches with you.
Yeah, reporters just can't throw cliche phrases at him during the press conferences or he'll dismantle them. The frankness he has with the media and players is one reason players like playing for him.
Here's Monk after the Heat pick up 2. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Monk's got his second basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Heat trail by 5. Wade passes to Adebayo. Now here's Richardson, covered by Lamb. Off the pick. Excellent D there from Williams.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Lamb kicks to Monk. Parker outside. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Passes to Johnson. Now here's Richardson, covered by Lamb. Heat moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Wade from outside. They get it back. Johnson kicks to Ellington. Now here's Richardson, covered by Lamb. Ellington dishes to Wade. He feeds it to Johnson. Wade outside. Now here's Ellington. Tight defense on him from deep three-point range, but they recover it. Wade passes to Johnson. Now Richardson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Kicks it to Ellington. Feeds it to Wade for the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Wade's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You better at least get a hand up on Wade. I mean, he's more than capable of bearing the triple.
And Lamb kicks to Parker. Dishes to Zeller. Back to Parker. Parker with another miss. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Richardson. Zeller grabs the board. Williams kicks to Monk. It's stolen by Wade. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Heat.
And a shot they haven't been looking for very much is that corner 3. And when they have, he's been quick to kind of close out and deny it, and they've had to get their points from elsewhere.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to Washington.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Man, gut-wrenching. You put that much energy into a game, that much passion into a game, catch up, sending it to OT. You want to come away with the win.
And here's Richardson following the three-pointer by Malik Monk. Pass to Adebayo. All sorts of time. He doesn't hit that one.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And then Monk with the jam.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Now, here's Wade. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Richardson with it, covered by Lamb. Richardson kicks to Johnson. Wade outside. Johnson dishes to Ellington. Richardson, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's Monk. He's got 9. There's the call on James Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the pick. The feed now to Williams. The 3.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Here's Lamb. It's blocked. Now here's Ellington, covered by Parker. Here's Wade. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Monk, no one around him. No good on the 3. Here's Richardson. Great look there, but off target. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Dwayne Wade. James Johnson is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Ellington in at the 1 spot. Williams, a screen on Wade for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, and when your bench is putting up major points, it makes the whole offense that much more difficult to defend. They went to blowout city.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And Miami has possession after the basket by Charlotte. Clock at 4. Here's the screen for 3, Ellington. Rebounded by Lamb. Charlotte leading by 10. And the Hornets team that, while they have added rotation players via the draft, they haven't been able to draft a star to build around yet.
Oh, well, and with the Hornets, their best pick has been Kemba Walker back in 2011. I mean, they've traded away a lot of their picks right after making them. However, that might change as they lucked out with Monk falling to them.
And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Parker passes to Williams. Back to Parker. Johnson against Williams. Out to Parker. Takes a 3. No good that time. And the Heat going the other way now. 3-pointer Ellington. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Lamb over Richardson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
And Lamb drops them both. And Chris, power forwards today shoot a lot more three-pointers. If you played today, I think you'd be incredibly effective in that role. How do you think you'd be in that role?
Oh, yeah, I think that that's something I would have definitely had fun and relished in. I did shoot threes a couple of seasons in Washington and was pretty successful at that, but the style of play was just so different then. Big men were asked to stay in the post, and there was a lot more work in the post, a lot more pressure on the big guy to get to the free throw line to wear down the defense. So the whole game was different then. The big man kind of ruled the game. Today it's a point guard's game, and so what's great is I'd have to step out to give the point guard a lot more room to drive, to take a shot blocker away, or because there aren't any shot blockers. And so I definitely would love to hang out in that corner and shoot that easy three, or at the top after a pick and roll and pop right back. That would have been a lot of fun. Plus, it would give you freedom, because when you can shoot that Jimmy like that and you got a nice wet jump shot, it allows that pump fake to work all day. So I would have pump faked a lot from that three-point line and dunked on a lot of people. So that would have been fun to have that freedom as they do today. Just like it's fun watching these young guys let it fly from that three-point line.
And he's not going to miss those very often. Even from deep, the D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Dragic with it. He's picked up by Walker. Winslow against Kid Gilchrist. Here's Dragic from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Dragic has got 8 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defenses adjust, though.
Now here's Walker. 5 points in the game. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Walker. And it's Dragic off the drive. Walker with some nice D. Charlotte leading by 14. Here's Kaminsky, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots.
And with sponsors coming to NBA jerseys this season, Hornets fans have to be pleased with their initial sponsor. Makes perfect sense when an owner also owns a shoe brand.
Well, yeah, and Brand Jordan as the owner sponsor just made too much sense. You like how seamless and unobtrusive it's been. If you have to have a jersey sponsor, you can do a lot worse than the Hornets.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
Look, he's one of those rare bigs who can score from anywhere. Kaminsky hasn't been as good of a free throw shooter as one might expect.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Now, when you watch the Hornets play, it seems like they play with a chip on their shoulder. I mean that in a good way. They play like they have something to prove. They have a very self-driven team.
And Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Whiteside's got 6.
Smart decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapses inside.
Platoon passes to Hernan Gomez. To the right side. Walker with a clean look, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Chris, as you said, win or lose, you know that this Hornet team is going to battle you for all 4 quarters. They don't give up.
Well, a lot of that camaraderie has developed on this roster because of that. They know they don't have superstars and big names, but it doesn't deter them. They know they have a small margin of error.
And Whiteside stays right with it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Kaminsky dishes to Batum. Count the basket. Batum's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. That's tipped. Back to Dragic. He dishes it to Winslow. Dragic with it, picked up by Kid Gilchrist. And the basket by Olynyk.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
And Batum kicks to Kaminsky. Shoots over Olynyk, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Heat trail by 12. Outside Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Walker. Olynyk the pass to Winslow. Here's Whiteside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Hernangomez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Olynyk against Walker. Inside. Now here's Dragic. 8 points for him. Shoots over Walker. No good from Dragic.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Hernangomez kicks to Batum. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Timeout called, the Heat. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. A moment now to see the numbers for Hassan Whiteside. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's getting around 16 points a game, and he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
Dragic gets the bucket.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lay-in, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Winslow against Kid Gilchrist. Here's Batum. He had 15 points last outing.
Oh, and really, Batum is so fast driving inside. The D is in a tough spot when he's going strong to the basket.
Well, one reason why Nick Batum is so valuable on the basketball floor is his ability to guard multiple positions. You hear that a lot with front court players, but Chris, he gives you that flexibility as a guard.
And his length is a big part of why he's able to do that. You always want a rangy guy you can put up on a shooter for the other team. Very often, Batum plays that role because of his ability to bother shots and check a multitude of players.
And he makes the first. Chris, sometimes when a player is feeling it, in that rhythm, in that groove, there's nothing you can do to slow him down. Is there a player in the league right now who you feel is the deadliest when things are really falling right for him?
I mean, James Harden. How about this guy?
Oh.
Now that he's getting other guys involved, he's so much harder to guard because you don't know if he's going to pass it, ending up in a successful assist, or if he's just going to knock it down in your face. And his range is just so incredible. You do not want to let that man get hot. Also, of course we know Curry. You better not let him get hot because he'll do some incredible things. And then his teammate, his boy, his partner, Klay Thompson. I mean, just the way that these guys shoot is just so fun to watch. So, I mean, these guys, when you talk about deadly from anywhere, anytime, you got to guard these guys like they used to say when they get in the parking lot. Not when they get in the arena. You better start guarding them in the parking lot because they can score at any time.
Winslow dishes to Dragic. Waiters gets a wide open look. No good from outside. Hornets leading by 14. Kid Gilchrist with it. Now guarded by Winslow. It's hauled in by the Heat. Whiteside's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that had the most second chance points on the season. In fourth, the Heat.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Winslow against Kid Gilchrist. The dish to Whiteside. Just 3 to shoot. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hernan Gomez passes to Batum. Back to Hernan Gomez. And it's blocked by Whiteside. In transition, here comes Miami. Winslow's running, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Parker comes in for Kemba Walker. And Miami also making a switch. James Johnson checked in for Olynyk. Hornets leading by 12. Outside, Batum. And stolen by Whiteside. Waiters against Batum. And it's blocked.
And Batum has arms that go on forever and ever and ever, which is why he's so dangerous when it comes to shot block.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Here's Kaminsky. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Heat trail by 12. The pass to Dragic. Miami no good on that time either.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Took him no time at all on that one. 7 points for Michael Kid Gilchrist.
He just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Waiters for 3. But they get it back. Whiteside a screen. Winslow kicks to Waiters. Whiteside a screen on Batum. Here's Waiters. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
He's only shooting 20% to begin this quarter, and you can tell it's beginning to wear on him.
We've got 1:08 left here in the second. Here's the screen. Batum dishes to Parker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he was off in the first, but he found a way to get his shot going here in the second.
Whiteside a screen on Parker. Dragic kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Whiteside. Over Zeller. The Heat keep it going. A new 24-second shot clock.
And, you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the field goal percentage and all, you'd think it's all about dunks. But I tell you what, he's improved his entire repertoire of scoring options near the rim. And now he's even showing that he can step out and knock down that little face-up 15-footer.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
Free throw, good. Whiteside. Whiteside earlier in his career didn't have as many options to score, but Greg, he's been very conscious of keeping that improvement of his game, and especially on the offensive end.
And Whiteside has been self-motivated since he's come back to the NBA. He's got the great length, He gets the hooks. He's got that baby hook up over the defenders, the soft shooting touch, and he just continues to improve offensively, all the while still being a force on the defensive side of the floor.
Now here's Parker. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington, and stolen by Richardson. On the wing, Ellington. There's a screen. Back to Richardson. He kicks it to Wade. Over Monk. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tony, you guys are flowing really well lately. When you guys are having success this year, what will it look like?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
That is always the most important thing for your team, Tony. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. After the first two quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They have a 13-point lead. And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. You look at Hassan Whiteside in this game. Guys, he's everywhere.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent, comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Walker and Batum teaming up in the backcourt. The forwards are Kid Gilchrist and Kaminsky. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Waiters, following the miss by Frank Kaminsky. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Heat have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Roof shots.
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so here's Charlotte. They host the Kings after this game, and that'll be the middle game of their 5 in their longest homestand of the year. Walker with it. Six to shoot. Batum inside the three-point line. That misses off the backboard. Stolen by Walker. And stolen by Whiteside. Kid Gilchrist against Winslow. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Winslow setting the pick for Olynyk. Waiters no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Walker the pass to Hernan Gomez. He feeds it to Batum. From deep, Walker connects from three-point range. Walker's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Well, with Whiteside, no matter what he is doing, he is always setting the tone. The way he goes about defending the rim, it's like he's taking it personally that these guys are not going to score on him.
And you know what? He's a tone setter defensively. He gives his group confidence when he's on the floor. And, you know, teams are starting to realize you simply do not go at Whiteside. The block numbers might be down, but his defensive impact is as high as ever.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Walker against Dragic. And Walker kicks to Hernan Gomez. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. He's got 10.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Dragic dishes to Winslow. Kicks to Whiteside. Winslow setting the pick for Whiteside. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back. Well, look, it's easy to see how important Kemba Walker is to this offense. His ability to score, but his impact goes beyond that. He does a great job of creating movement and opening up lanes for his teammates. He facilitates without turning over the ball.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And with Kemba Walker, the Hornets are always one of the better teams in terms of limiting turnovers, and how he is able to take care of the ball is a huge part of that.
Well, fans often overlook how important it is to have a point guard who doesn't give away possessions. Walker is mostly a scoring point guard, but has become an all-around star with the completeness of his game.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
And really, Walker takes the responsibility of being the leader for this team very seriously, never afraid of making the big play.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. How last month turned out for him? 9th in assists. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, with the Hornets' length and mobility at the 2 through 4 positions, the team switches a lot defensively. Coach Steve Clifford said, you have to deal with mismatches at times, but it makes defense simpler. With those guys, they're all big enough, strong enough, and competitive enough that they're going to battle. Kevin?
And having that kind of versatility on defense is huge. DA, thank you so much. Timeout called, the Heat.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
And a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. In the third spot, Kelly Olynyk.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Batum passes to Hernan Gomez to the middle. Charlotte moving it around. Back to Walker. On the wing, Batum. And it's off from three-point range. The Heat trail by 18. Feeds it to Olynyk. They set the pick. Here's Waiters. They grab their own miss, and he slams it one-handed.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I tell you what, it's like football, having a 3rd and 13 and them running up the gut. It just frustrates the defense. You have to hate giving up second chance points. It's demoralizing. After basically, I mean, you had to stop. Well, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
He'd have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Adebayo passes to Dragic. Steps back and fires. It's good on the putback.
Oh, hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Walker. 12 points for him. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Walker's got 7 points here in this quarter. The Heat trail by 18. And here's Dragic. 10 points for him. Dishes it to Waiters. For 3, Olynyk. No good on that one. For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Pass to Batum. Lets it go with a 3. Another miss by Batum. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Waiters with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Winslow dishes to Waiters. Releases from the wing and drills it. Waiters got his 3rd basket of the night. And so it's Charlotte with it. Outside, Walker. Batum passes to Hernan Gomez. Waiters against Batum. In it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Pass to Adebayo. Olynyk dishes to Winslow. From outside, off the mark. Hornets leading by 18. Outside, Batum. Back to Walker. Kaminsky in the corner. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Well, the book on Kemba Walker used to be that you could stay behind the screens, not work that hard, duck behind them because he wasn't going to do anything special. Well, he's worked on that, and he's fixed it, and it's paid off. We've seen his field goal percentage fly up in recent years, and that also means his ankle breaker moves have come up because now you have to respect his jump shot, and his ball handles some of the best in the NBA.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte, and a new group in for the Heat. Johnson, he's checked in for Olynyk. Josh Richardson comes in for Winslow. Wayne Wade's checked in for Waiters. And Ellington is subbed in for Goran Dragic. Johnson can't get it to go. And part of the jump for Kemba has been his shot. But it also, Chris, seems that he plays within himself, I think, a lot more now. He used to force the offense, but now is much more patient.
Well, yeah, he's done a great job in addressing the weaknesses he's had in this game. He's a complete point guard. That's what a leader does for their team, and he is the leader of that locker room.
Here is Ellington, following the basket by Jeremy Lamb. There's the pick. Richardson kicks to Wade. The fader. Will it go? He takes it up and lays it in. Adebayo's got 6 in the quarter.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Parker passes to Monk. Lamb dishes to Zeller. The feed to Lamb. Just 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Lamb.
An evolution to Lamb's game. Putting the ball on the deck, taking it aggressively to the rack.
Get on D, Wade.
Wade kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Ellington. Johnson with a screen on Parker. Here's Adebayo. He's got 6. Wade goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Monk.
Whoa, the strength from Wade. You can tell he loves finishing through contact.
Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. But every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
Oh, that's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest two-guard scorers ever to play. He's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
That free throw good from Wade.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Now here's Zeller. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Over in the corner, Williams. Off target from outside. The Heat trail by 20. Richardson kicks to Wade. The dish now to Ellington. Over Monk. Wade misses. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
And the first one drops.
Now, after that great college tournament we all remember Jeremy Lamb performing in, Lamb was drafted 12th overall by the Rockets, but his career had a bit of a seesaw for a while.
And the Heat making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Wade, right side, over Monk. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
Parker outside. The pass to Zeller. He kicks it to Monk. And then Monk with the dunk.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Lets it go from 11. The Heat rebound. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
dunk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And how relentless is this guy if you're the defense? He's the first one you're looking to block out there.
One shot.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Charlotte leading by 21. Now Parker, 8 points for him. Lamb passes to Zeller. Parker outside. Back to Zeller. Clock at 6. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. Just 4 to shoot. Nice job coming off that screen. 14 points for Malik Monk.
He's been in control here tonight, helping them get in front with his work from the field.
Whiteside a screen. Wade kicks to Whiteside. Over Williams. Whiteside, no good. Charlotte has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. The kick out to Williams. Here's Monk. Zeller inside. He's covered by Whiteside. Richardson dishes to Ellington. Passes it to Wade. Looking to get back on track here. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Richardson. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, he hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I mean, I don't think most fans can understand the experience and leadership that Wade gives to his team and how huge it is. He's a fantastic player who commands respect.
He hits both from the stripe. Hornets leading by 22. They set the pick. And Lamb kicks to Zeller. Now, here's Monk. Not a lot of room. Johnson with the block. Now, here's Wade. He's got 10. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. Over Williams. It's deflected.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Parker passes to Williams. Fires from deep. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. Ellington kicks to Richardson. Johnson against Zeller. Here's Whiteside. Rebound by Williams.
A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Parker dishes to Williams. On the wing, Lamb. With a floater, and it's good on the layup. Lamb's got 10 points in the game.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
Right side a screen. Here's Wade. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Hornets ahead, just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
They're getting us out of stuff. Make hard cuts. Everything with force. Okay, come on.
And there's Eric Spoelstra asking his guys to play with a little sharper mind, with a little more intense, with more vigor.
And simply put, it's about reaching another level of intensity. When they're attacking, that's when they're at their best.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. James Johnson is out there with Jones. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Tyler Johnson. And it's Magruder in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Johnson. Monk with the ball. Kicks it to Graham. The shot is good off the backboard. Graham's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte. Johnson, the pass to Whiteside. Outside, Jones. Here's Johnson. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Williams. Charlotte shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. Monk kicks to Graham. They set the screen. Williams dishes to Monk. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Walker's checked in for Monk. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Heat. The Heat shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Johnson kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Magruder. Screen by Olynyk. Whiteside dishes to Johnson. And he gets it to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Johnson against Walker. He feeds it to Biyombo. Outside, Williams takes the 3. That shot missing. And the Heat going the other way now.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Johnson against Walker. Johnson kicks to Whiteside. Over Williams. Whiteside, the pass to Magruder. Whiteside a screen. And it's Magruder missing. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Yambo dishes to Graham. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
And sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Here's Bacon, defended by Jones. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Chris, you look at the way the game is played now. We have seen some retired players say it is soft.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is soft when you look through their lens. That's true. But that's the way that the game is today. And so if you're a fan just coming to the game now, or, you know, if this is the game you love, you accept it and you keep moving on. As long as the fans love it, as long as the players are having fun with it. But definitely, compared to the 80s, to the 90s, there's no doubt about it that the game is soft as far as physical play. But at the same time, look what it's produced. It has allowed players to show the beauty of an offensive jump shot, of an offensive move, and also made defenders get that much better because you have to move laterally and can't use your hands to guard.
Adebayo is checked in for Olynyk. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Graham kicks to Biyombo. Charlotte moving the ball around. Bacon's shot is off. Miami's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Jones slams it home.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Outside, Walker. Pass to Bacon. Feeds to Graham. Dishes to Kaminsky. 5 to shoot. Shot to end this cold run. And it's good on the way in.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Johnson kicks to Winslow. There's the pass to Magruder. And there's the feed to Johnson. He dishes it to Jones. Johnson the screen. Passes it to Magruder. Here's Adebayo. There's the screen. Jones for 3. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Hornets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Up top, Walker. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Bacon. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And the game and the culture of basketball has so many subsets. One of those is the basketball shoe culture, the sneaker culture. Players competing almost as much, Chris, for style points as they are for actual points.
Oh, yeah, you know, and I love to say that I was part of that culture, you know, with the black socks and with some different shoes that I've had at the NBA. It's a lot of fun, man. It's something that your fans can relate to. It's something personal. It shows a personal side of what you have, your type of design. So, you know, you're very fortunate if you get your own kick deal, and I was fortunate. It's a lot of fun, and the fans love it.
Good on both. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious, or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching, and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
Here's Magruder. There's a good screen. Johnson kicks to Jones. Johnson the screen. The Heat need to get a shot off. Here's Adebayo. And again, it's the Heat missing. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Walker the pass to Graham. Here's Bacon. There's the dish to Graham. They grab their own miss. And here's Walker outside. And Winslow pulls it down. Winslow's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Magruder. Graham defending. Magruder kicks to Jones. Screen by Jones. Here's Johnson. Biombo with the block. Walker with it. Jones covering. Kaminsky. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 8 here in this one already. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Winslow setting the pick for Jones. Johnson wide open. He fires. And it's Johnson again missing. Graham kicks to Walker. Pass to Bacon. Back to Walker. Pass to Bacon. Fires for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Jones kicks to Winslow. And there's the pass to Magruder. To halt the run, the shot by Adebayo, no good.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
Here's Magruder. Graham defending. Magruder kicks to Jones. Pass to Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either. Charlotte's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bacon's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Here's Magruder. He kicks it to Jones. Going back to your playing days, Chris, you were drafted by the Magic but traded on draft day to the Golden State Warriors. If you had suited up for the Magic alongside Shaquille O'Neal, that would have been something.
Oh yeah, I would have tried to. You know, I think I would have been the first Westbrook. That was my goal. If I was playing with Big Shaq, just do your job, and I would have averaged a triple-double easily. I would have averaged a triple-double. When you look at Dennis Scott, that would have been on the corner, Big Shaq up top, and that pick and roll right there. You're going to have to guard me or him, and I didn't mind throwing it up to a big fella. I love seeing people dunk from alley-oop, so that would have been fun. I would have tried to have Shaq break a backboard every single night. But hey, can't go back in time, man.
Kaminsky dishes to Walker. Kicks to Biyombo. It's hauled in by the Heat. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Walker. Feeds it to Ellington. Dishes it to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Winslow is screen on Walker. Pass to Richardson. Here's the screen. From deep, Johnson sinks the three-pointer.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Here's the Hornets with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Johnson against Walker. He feeds it to Biyombo. Back to Walker. There's Bacon. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Kaminsky. And Parker subbed in for Kemba Walker. And Miami also making a switch. Wade's checked in. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Winslow kicks to Richardson. Back to Winslow. For three, Ellington. Offensive rebound. Hornets shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous two games with.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Kemba Walker.
Well, anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
There's the pick. Parker kicks to Zeller. Out of hand on it. Now here's Richardson. He's covered closely. Over to the left wing. Looking to get it going, and he jams it with authority.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Tony. What was going good for you offensively tonight?
I think the ball movement was great tonight, but I think the main thing for us is to play great defense. Defensively, we have to be at our best, and everybody has to help, and I think tonight we did a great job.
Really got it going when you needed to. Thanks, Tony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.